Welcome to Bedtime Astronomy. Explore the wonders of the cosmos with our soothing Bedtime Astronomy podcast. Each episode offers a gentle journey through the stars, planets, and beyond, perfect for unwinding after a long day. Let's travel through the mysteries of the universe as you drift off into a peaceful slumber under the night sky. Starliner soars with first crewed mission. Get ready for history. Two NASA astronauts, Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, are about to embark on a groundbreaking mission as the first crew to fly aboard Boeing Starliner spacecraft to the International Space Station, ISS. This mission, known as NASA's Boeing Crew Flight Test, is the final test before Starliner is officially certified for regular astronaut missions. It will put the entire system through its paces, from the launch pad and rocket to the spacecraft's capabilities in orbit and its safe return to Earth with astronauts on board. Wilmore and Williams will blast off aboard a United Launch Alliance (ULA) Atlas V rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. After the liftoff, they'll spend about a week conducting important research and collaborating with the crew on board the ISS. Starliner's grand finale will involve a dramatic landing in the western United States, cushioned by both parachutes and airbags. This marks Boeing's second flight to the ISS and the third overall test flight for Starliner. With a successful pad abort demonstration completed in 2019 and the Uncrewed Orbital Flight Test 2, OFT-2, in 2022, Starliner is poised to become a key player in future space endeavors. Starliner ignites for Space Station Rendezvous. After a heart-pounding launch from Space Launch Complex 41 and a clean separation from the powerful ULA Atlas V rocket, Starliner will ignite its own engines. This crucial burn will propel the spacecraft and its brave crew into orbit, setting them on a 24-hour course towards the International Space Station, ISS. But this isn't just a joyride. Throughout the flight, Starliner and its crew will be busy bees, putting the spacecraft through a battery of tests. These tests are vital for Starliner's future, as they aim to certify it for regular astronaut missions to and from the ISS. Here's a sneak peek at what the crew will be up to, testing the tools of the trade. From the moment they strap in before launch to the intense acceleration of ascent, the crew will be evaluating their suits and seats, ensuring they provide optimal comfort and safety. Practicing for the unexpected. As Starliner approaches the ISS, the team will test the spacecraft's thrusters in simulated manual abort scenarios. This ensures they can handle any emergency situations that might arise. Checking in and checking out. Clear communication is key in space. The crew will conduct thorough checkouts of all communication systems, guaranteeing their ability to stay connected with mission control and the ISS crew. Taking control. Both manual and automated navigation systems will be put to the test. This ensures that the crew has full control over Starliner's movements, while also verifying the spacecraft's sophisticated autopilot capabilities. Life support under scrutiny. The crew will be closely monitoring the spacecraft's life support systems, ensuring they can provide a safe and breathable environment throughout the entire mission. Meanwhile, the watchful eyes of the ISS crew will be monitoring Starliner's approach, ready to assist if necessary. This mission is a crucial step forward for Starliner, paving the way for a future filled with regular space travel opportunities. Starliner docks and becomes a temporary home in space. After its launch and orbital insertion, Starliner will autonomously dock with the International Space Station, ISS, at the forward port of the Harmony module. This isn't just a simple parking maneuver. It's a critical test. The crew will practice opening and closing hatches, configure Starliner for its stay, and even transfer essential emergency equipment to the station. During their week-long visit, Wilmore and Williams will become space station residents, evaluating Starliner's systems from its displays to cargo transfer capabilities. They'll even take a crucial step for future astronaut safety, closing the hatch and demonstrating that Starliner can function as a reliable safe haven if needed. Imagine your spaceship doubling as a secure shelter. This ensures the crew has a safe haven on board in case of emergencies on the ISS, such as a sudden loss of air pressure, a fire, or even the risk of colliding with space debris. After a productive stay, it's time for Wilmore and Williams to say goodbye to their temporary home on the ISS. Before undocking, they'll test their piloting skills by taking manual control of Starliner for a short period before switching back to autonomous operations. The return journey promises a thrilling ride. Buckle up, because the crew will experience a high-speed descent, slowing down from a mind-blowing 17,500 miles per hour back to Earth's atmosphere. This rapid deceleration might cause them to feel forces up to 3.5 times their body weight. Imagine feeling 3.5 times heavier for a short while. As Starliner plunges back into the atmosphere, the spacecraft's heat shield will take center stage, protecting the crew from the scorching heat of re-entry. Once its job is done, the heat shield will be jettisoned, paving the way for a dramatic parachute deployment. 2 drogue parachutes and 3 main parachutes will work together to further slow Starliner's descent, preparing it for a gentle touchdown. The final act of this incredible mission involves the deployment of the base heat shield and a set of 6 airbags. These airbags will inflate just before landing, cushioning Starliner's touchdown at a speed of about 4 miles per hour in a designated landing zone within the western United States. Potential landing sites include White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico, Wilcox, Arizona, Dugway Proving Ground in Utah, with Edwards Air Force Base in California serving as a backup location. With a successful landing, Starliner's historic mission will come to a close, paving the way for a future filled with safe and reliable space travel opportunities for astronauts. Starliner touches down. A mission concludes. After a thrilling re-entry and a gentle touchdown, the Starliner adventure isn't quite over yet. Wilmore and Williams, still strapped into their seats, will take a moment to catch their breath. Their responsibilities now shift to ensuring a smooth post-landing procedure. First things first, safety. They'll jettison the parachutes that brought them safely back to Earth, initiate a spacecraft power down, and then make a quick satellite phone call to connect with the mission control landing and recovery teams. Meanwhile, the recovery team springs into action. Using specialized sensors, they'll check for any remaining traces of hypergolic propellants used by the spacecraft and carefully ground the Starliner to prevent electrical hazards before approaching it. Next comes a flurry of activity. A tent is erected around Starliner to provide shade and privacy, followed by the pumping of cool air into the spacecraft to regulate the temperature after the fiery re-entry. A mobile access platform is positioned near the hatch, allowing for easy entry and exit, while a medical support vehicle stands by in case of any immediate medical needs. Finally, the moment everyone has been waiting for. Within an hour of landing, the Starliner hatch is opened, and Wilmore and Williams are greeted by the recovery team. They'll undergo initial health checks inside the waiting medical vehicle before any celebrations can begin. On the ground, another team starts the early cargo transfer process, carefully removing scientific experiments conducted during the mission and transporting them back to NASA facilities for analysis. For Wilmore and Williams, their journey continues with a short helicopter ride to a nearby NASA aircraft. This aircraft will take them back to Ellington Field in Houston, Texas, where they'll be welcomed back to Earth after their historic mission. With a successful Starliner mission under its belt, NASA can now move forward with the certification process, aiming to make Starliner a fully operational crew transportation system for long-duration missions to the ISS. The first official crewed mission, NASA's Boeing Starliner 1, is already on the horizon, with a launch expected in 2025. This successful mission represents a significant step forward for NASA's Commercial Crew Program, a partnership with the American aerospace industry to launch astronauts on American-made rockets and spacecraft, ushering in a new era of human space exploration. This innovative approach ensures a continued human presence in low Earth orbit, paving the way for future lunar missions and ultimately, the exploration of Mars for the benefit of all humanity.